Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. This week we are in LOVELLA Bridal and I'm giving you all the details about matching veils to wedding dresses. Before we dive into this week's topic, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, drop me a comment below, let me know if there's a particular video topic you'd like me to create a video on. I am here for you, guiding you along the way leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am so honored that you've found me. Of course, I am a wedding fashion expert, stylist, buyer, and wear many different hats at LOVELLA Bridal, located in Los Angeles, California. For daily content, be sure to follow us on Instagram at LOVELLA Bridal, at LOVELLA Plus, and at Wedding Fashion Expert. Don't forget to hit the follow button on TikTok as well, at LOVELLA Bridal and at Wedding Fashion Expert. This week we are talking about something that brides ask me all the time when in store shopping at LOVELLA. I also had some subscribers asking about this, so I think that this is going to be a phenomenal video for all of you out there. Basically, when brides come in, they start trying on dresses, they find their favorite, and then they ask for the matching veil. It's really interesting. Brides are very, very specific when they are asking for this. They want to know if the dress they are wearing has a veil that is specifically designed for the dress. In most cases, most of our designers actually do not design a matching veil to go with a dress. We of course do have dresses that do have matching veils specifically created for that particular dress, but that is less of quantity of gowns. So majority of gowns do not have a matching veil, but some do, and if a dress does have a matching veil, we always buy it for the most part because it is a very special thing when veils are designed specifically with a specific dress in mind. And we also buy the matching veils because if the designer made a specific veil to go with a specific dress, we will actually buy that veil and also pair it with other dresses from that same designer. So it kind of becomes a multi-use veil throughout different dresses of a particular designer's collection. So there is that as well. So for starters, I wanted to show you a dress that does not have a matching veil specifically designed to this dress. I picked this dress strategically because I wanted you to see what can be done with a dress that is very minimalistic, but then also has detail. So this has pearl and sparkle embroidery on it. I also picked it because if you did lace, it would be a very similar concept to the veils that I'm showing you that would go with this embroidery. If your dress was completely plain, any of the veils I'm showing you would also go as well. So these veils are kind of like a chameleon. They could go with anything. And then once I go through this, I'm going to put on a dress that a designer has specifically designed a veil for it. And let's see what you think. You may love it, you may not, but just keep in mind, even if a designer has specifically designed a veil to go with a dress, you may not even like it and you may prefer one of the other veils that I'm putting on this dress, which again, these veils are like chameleons. You can mix and match any veil with any given gown. It really comes down to your preference. One thing I want to note before we get into putting on the veils is that veils in bridal stores are much wider than what you buy online. What does that mean? You can of course find veils online for much less than what you see in bridal stores. That is no secret. However, you get what you pay for. So a lot of brides who try to leave the store and go shopping, it's very difficult to match the color to your dress and the width of the veil. So you will notice these veils that I put on, they are on the wider side that goes with the width of my train that I'm wearing. So when you buy it online, it's a very thin strip of tulle. You don't realize this because when you're looking at a photo online, it's just the veil. There's no context with the dress. And then brides bring them in and then the colors don't match and it becomes so much more complicated. Keep in mind when it comes to your veil, this is the finishing touch of your dress. It's the icing on the cake. It elevates the look. And I have another video that I talk about on how to select the veil and different lengths. In this video, I am just showing you Cathedral Veils because that is my preference. Why? I pick veils based on how they photograph. So when you are photographing veils, they always look better long. So you make the decision on the veil based on how it photographs and in photos. So going back to buying online, it doesn't make sense to do it. Your time is money, your energy is money, and you want to make sure that it goes with your dress. Hence why you buy it with your dress. It completes the vision. You see how it photographs. There's no buying a bunch of different veils, then trying to return them, seeing if it matches, seeing if the length is good, seeing if the width is good, seeing if the color, the pattern, all of this, on and on and on and on. It's so complicated. Make your life easy, make the decision on your veil while you are in the dress, and like I said, it completely elevates and changes the look. So let's not waste any more time and dive right on in. We're gonna go with veil number 1 that would be the closest if a designer were to match a veil with this dress. This veil I'm about to show you is the closest match that I would be able to find. But again, just because it's designed with it, or it'd be the closest to how we as an industry professional and leader would feel about it being a matching veil, you as the bride might have a different vision or may feel more beautiful in another option. So let's give it a try. Here is the first veil. So I'm picking up on the beading and the embroidery that's in the bodice of the dress because it's a simple and minimal skirt on the bottom. It's nice to have some of the applique that's going down. Next week's video is all about blushers. Blusher is the piece of material that covers your face, so we'll get into that next week. Be sure to tune back in. But for now, going back to, this is what I would consider to be a matching veil with this dress. But again, you tell me what you think. What do you think of option number 1 with this dress? And also don't forget, in order to finalize this decision, you have to take photos and see how this photographs in comparison to all the others, and you decide based on the pictures because you're wearing the veil for such a short period of time on wedding day. It's the photos that get framed for a lifetime, which is why I'm a huge advocate of a long veil, not doing a short veil that interrupts the look and doesn't look as dramatic in photos. All right, veil number 2 up next. Option number 2, this is a satin trim veil. Really beautiful. It outlines the whole skirt. It has this cascading flutter that it has really shaping around my body and my figure, and I could also push it back like so and kind of have it more back if you wanted, or bring it more forward. So this is a beautiful, timeless, classic look. It would go with a lace dress, a simple dress, a beaded dress. It's really your preference on this, but here is a satin trim for you to consider. Let's go for veil number 3. Option number 3, this is a scattered pearl veil. Now the pearls have a lot of weight to it, so this tulle is thicker. You can kind of see the difference from the other ones that I tried. It needs to support the weight of the pearl, and I definitely feel it kind of pulling down on my hair a little bit. So these are things that you want to keep in mind. If it is a heavier weighted veil and has more embroidery, it is likely going to pull down as you go to walk. So this was a great option for this dress because it does have pearl in the bodice, but I have also seen brides do this veil with a completely plain dress, with a lace dress. Lace and pearl, they speak beautifully together and they look phenomenal together. So this is a really cool look. Some people don't love that this tulle is not as transparent and that the pearl kind of takes over, and other people love that it makes that statement. Again, it's all personal preference, so this is option number 3 for you to consider. Fourth and final option for this particular dress, this is a full cathedral raw edge veil, so there's absolutely nothing on it. It does have a beautiful cascade to it, which I could also push back. If you didn't want all that material in the front, you could have it pushed towards the back. This is a timeless, classic option, goes with any dress. This is my very first veil I usually put on brides. This is where we start. We start here and then I build up, and then the bride will decide her favorite. So that is how I recommend that you shop for veils and consider them. And if a bride really wants to see a short veil, I will do it, of course. But like I mentioned, the long veils are the way to go, and it just looks so beautiful and dramatic in photos, the way that it swoops up and you can have them flying in the air. It's just a no-brainer for that extra added level of drama. And plus, when are you ever going to wear a veil again? Next up, I wanted to show you a dress with its designed matching veil. And the way that you will know that veils are designed with a particular dress is you'll see them in the photos. A lot of designers will feature online the advertising photos. It will include a picture of the dress with its matching veil, so you will know that it has one. Sometimes designers could use a random veil. It's not necessarily the matching veil. A rule of thumb, and most of the time any dress that is photographed with a veil, that is its matching veil that is designed with it. Or a designer could also design one veil that goes with multiple of the styles that blend all together that it is possibly photographed with. Let's not waste any more time. Let me put on the next dress with its matching veil. Here is a ball gown that has texture, but it's also a lace bodice, and the lace actually goes all the way through, and the texture is on top of the lace. The designer did a matching texture veil to go with it. However, this would be beautifully paired with a lace veil as well. So it would be up to you if you want to pick up on the texture, if you want to pick up on the lace, or if you want to go completely plain like the last veil I just had on. Something to note, which is next week's video, is the blusher. This blusher is completely connected to this veil. So this is what it looks like when the blusher is all connected and when it's forward like this and your bouquet would go underneath it. We're going to talk about that in next week's video. Really quickly, I want to show you this same dress with a lace veil so that you could see the difference. And I also wanted to just point out, even though that has a designed matching veil with this dress, it may not be your preference, and that's okay. Here we have the same dress, of course, with a traditional mantilla lace veil. Now, this brings in the more traditional component to this traditional modern combination. So if you went with the other veil, you're playing up on the more modern, and if you bring this traditional mantilla in, you're really playing up on that traditional lace component. I think both options are beautiful. It comes down to your personal preference. I hope this video gave you a little bit more clarity on which way to go for veils, and also that it is perfectly fine if a designer has not matched a veil to a particular dress, because the sky is the limit even if a dress was designed with a veil. For more videos and tips like these, be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will see you in next week's video.